All right, so Kendrick Lamar dropped a surprise album, and it's crazy. We was at work, and then he dropped it right when we went home, that Friday before break.
Yep.
The relationship between Joe Budden and Kendrick Lamar has been a fascinating one, full of ups and downs, with Joe's candid opinions often making headlines. Over the years, Budden has gone from being an outspoken critic of Kendrick's style to one of his most insightful commentators, especially in light of Kendrick's unexpected drop of GNX in 2025. The album, which shocked the hip-hop world by arriving without any prior warning or promotional hype, quickly became a defining moment in the rap scene, and Joe Budden had a lot to say about it.
Yeah. Yes.
You ain't even got to be a fan of him, but wow, what a great representative if you're looking to do hip-hop at the Super Bowl. He smoked that shit.
Budden, a respected figure in the rap community for his opinions and his deep understanding of the culture, was quick to offer a breakdown of what made GNX revolutionary. However, the journey to this praise wasn't without its drama and evolution.
Y'all go in there with your buddy raps if you want. He ain't playing with none of y'all. Why you need me to say that? Listen to the verse. Y'all give that another control moment if...
Before talk about Joe's reaction to GNX, it's important to understand the history of his relationship with Kendrick. Back in the mid-2010s, when Kendrick was starting to cement his place as one of the greatest lyricists in rap, Budden's critical views of him were loud and unfiltered. Budden, known for his no-holds-barred approach to hip-hop commentary, expressed skepticism over Kendrick's approach to storytelling and his sometimes complex, abstract lyricism.
90% of rappers is taken care of. You can go on vacation. You can go on about your day.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to know that Kendrick was not that person.
But how do you know that?
It's Kendrick Lamar.
I get that.
You know that if you read the 48 Laws of Power and just know not to sleep on any of your opponents.
Well,
On To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick embraced themes that were much more socially conscious and experimental. And while it garnered massive critical acclaim, Joe wasn't always on board. He argued that Kendrick's artistic direction was sometimes too out there, and he felt that some of Kendrick's earlier work was more accessible than the experimental nature of To Pimp a Butterfly. This led to a few tense moments in the hip-hop media, with Joe occasionally stating that he didn't believe Kendrick was the best or didn't fully connect with the album's avant-garde approach, but an album that marked a turning point. Joe Budden became more receptive, admitting that Kendrick was evolving as an artist in a way that couldn't be denied. While still critical at times, Budden began to acknowledge Kendrick's range, the commercial success, and his undeniable talent. Still, there was a certain tension between Budden's no-nonsense style and Kendrick's growing influence.
Listening with intent and breaking down, it's almost nostalgic, right? Like that's part of why the Kendrick Drake beef felt so good and it was so fun. It was like, what are we missing here? There's something there. Like just unpacking some shit.
Fast forward to 2025, and the world was given a surprise. Kendrick's GNX, a project that, once again, turned the entire rap game on its head. This time, Joe Budden's perspective was markedly different, and he made it clear that GNX was a work of revolutionary significance.
Who, for whatever reason, had the hottest year on earth with the #1 record and is just culturally relevant right this second versus...
He had one of the biggest years by a rapper ever.
Joe Budden was one of the first influential voices in hip-hop to call GNX a revolutionary album. His analysis began the moment he finished listening to the project, noting its impact as a cultural reset. "This is revolutionary," he said, his tone brimming with respect. "Kendrick Lamar has come through with something that feels like the future of hip-hop. It doesn't sound like anything we've heard before. He's pushing boundaries. You can't deny it. This is next-level shit." While staying at the forefront of hip-hop's cultural conversation, Kendrick has taken a step that no one else in the game would dare to take. He's done something here that is more than just about rapping. It's about art. That's what makes it revolutionary. He continued, "If you're not looking at this album and recognizing how it changes the entire scope of rap music, you're missing the bigger picture."
I just want to let y'all know that it's a 12-track album and Reincarnated is track 6. Just to show you his efficiency.
Yeah, no, it's the dope shit.
Another element that Joe highlighted was the surprise nature of the album's release. In a time when artists and labels meticulously plan and promote album drops for months, Kendrick went in the opposite direction. "The way Kendrick released this album is such a flex," Joe observed. "In an era where everyone is dropping singles and doing press runs for half a year before their album even comes out, Kendrick just hits you with this. No warning, no hype, no gimmicks. And it's shaping the whole conversation in the culture." He compared Kendrick's approach to the oversaturated tactics used by other artists in the music industry. While many rely on social media, gimmicks, and viral moments to sell records, Kendrick doesn't need any of that. He simply releases the album and it speaks for itself. This shows his power and sets him apart, proving he's in a league of his own and has control over the game. One of the reasons Joe Budden repeatedly referred to GNX as revolutionary was its musical style. Kendrick's artistry, according to Joe, has shifted once again, taking rap into uncharted territory. "This album is more than just a rap album," Budden stated, his voice filled with appreciation. "This is a full-on musical project. It's blending genres in a way that we've never really heard before. It's not just about bars anymore. It's about creating an experience." Joe praised Kendrick's ability to fuse elements from different musical landscapes, such as jazz, electronic, and rock, seamlessly into his rap style. "There's a layer of complexity here that you can't ignore." Kendrick has always been known for being a master at storytelling, but now he's weaving in genres that most rappers wouldn't even think to touch. He's blending them with ease, creating this entire sonic world. This is an album you have to listen to multiple times to even begin to understand the depth. Budden also focused on the calculated nature of Kendrick's work. He explained that GNX wasn't just a bold move artistically, it was a meticulously crafted statement. Kendrick has always been someone who's calculated in his artistry. Joe elaborated further on the thematic content of the album, highlighting Kendrick's ability to tackle a wide range of complex, sometimes taboo, subjects. "It's not just about where the sound is going, it's about what Kendrick is trying to say," Budden noted. He also told about Kendrick that he is exploring the human experience, social issues, and his personal journey in a way that's thoughtful, insightful, and sometimes difficult to digest. That's what makes the album stand out. It's not just about entertainment or catchy songs. Kendrick aims to make you think and challenge your perspective.
90s, they play nothing but Isley Brothers, Temptations, all the way to gangster rap, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. So that was the influence. I said my first.
By the end of his extended commentary on GNX, Joe Budden's views were clear. Kendrick Lamar had once again redefined what hip-hop could be. Kendrick is doing things that other rappers haven't even thought about. Joe wrapped up by saying that GNX is a clear example of this. He wasn't sure what comes next, but he was certain that Kendrick Lamar has set a new standard for music. It's a major shift and truly revolutionary. Budden also praised the album's complex and personal lyrics, saying that Kendrick's songwriting on GNX is on another level. He explained that Kendrick shows his genius by tying together themes like love, family, addiction, and struggle with larger social issues. He pointed out that Kendrick's music makes listeners reflect on their own lives, choices, and place in the world. Every line hits hard, making you pause and think.
Okay,
I'm outside.
if you're just joining us,
Nobody's just joining.
and that's funny to say that during the pod.
Another aspect that caught Joe Budden's attention was the unexpected collaborators on GNX. Kendrick had always been known for working with diverse producers and artists, but GNX took it to another level. It included a range of collaborators that no one saw coming, from jazz musicians to indie rock stars, further pushing the idea that Kendrick was blending genres in ways that hadn't been done before.
Legend. Up every time it go. If you see him, it's lit. Mm-hmm. So just the mere fact.
Yo, the features on here are crazy, Joe said. Budden highlighted Kendrick's ability to incorporate a full jazz ensemble into his music, turning it into something people can enjoy in their cars. He pointed out that Kendrick is exploring creative areas no other rapper is touching. Despite this new approach, Kendrick still raps at the highest level, proving he's capable of much more than just rapping.
is going?
How do we pod? I want to listen to this whole album.
That's all I want to do. Why is God doing this to my body? What is going?
What stands out the most about Joe Budden's opinion on GNX is the evolution of his own perspective. As someone who's been an outspoken critic in the past, it's clear that he's come to appreciate Kendrick's growth as an artist in a way that he hadn't before. He recognized Kendrick's commitment to pushing hip-hop forward, even when it meant alienating parts of the audience. Look, I wasn't always on Kendrick's side, Joe admitted. There were times I didn't get it. But now I see what he's doing. This is about something bigger than just rap. Kendrick is trying to change the culture. He's not just trying to be the best rapper, he's trying to change what hip-hop is capable of. And that's revolutionary. The drama between Joe Budden and Kendrick Lamar, over time, had always been centered on Budden's critique of Kendrick's artistry. But by the time GNX arrived, the dynamic had shifted. In some ways, this shift in Joe's perspective mirrored the broader evolution of hip-hop in general. As the genre continues to expand and diversify, many listeners, including Joe, have come to realize that Kendrick is one of the few artists pushing boundaries in ways that will define the future of the genre. In his final thoughts on the album, Joe Budden summed it up with a statement that encapsulated his newfound appreciation for Kendrick's artistry. "This is the Kendrick we've all been waiting for, and it ain't just about the raps. It's about the art, the vision, the culture. He's got the whole world watching, and he's telling a story that's bigger than all of us." As GNX continues to impact the hip-hop world, one thing is clear. Kendrick Lamar has once again proven himself to be not just a rapper, but a cultural force. And Joe Budden's praises are a testament to that legacy. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more inside gossip on the biggest names in hip-hop and Hollywood.